down there. And this is some kind of a mix-up because R.J. Mastaro and Carlos Mendez were both in virtually the same area on that pass play. That obviously would not be the case or should not be the case.
True.
The pass is incomplete. Mastaro is down injured. And he's being tended to by the training staff from both Gloucester Catholic and Lower Cape May. Lower Cape May is going to take over on downs.
Yeah, I couldn't see that far, obviously, across the other side of the field, but it might have came down on his shoulder.
Yeah, he was in pain right away, and I don't know if the helmet popped off on the play or if he ripped it off, but his helmet came flying out of there. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with the injury. We'll be back after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, one of the top players for Gloucester Catholic, R.J. Mastaro, is down injured after landing awkwardly on that fourth down pass play that went incomplete. He's being tended to on the sideline near the goal line, and he's still down. And a lot of people tending to him. Lower Cape May leads the football game 34-7. 24 seconds to go before halftime. Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May is the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. That's Hemingway's Oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May, and you can follow them on Facebook. Thanks in part to sports injuries, male youth athletes are twice as likely to be prescribed opioid painkillers and 4 times more likely to abuse those pills than non-athletes. Talk to your doctor about alternatives to opioid painkillers. This message is brought to you by Cape Assist. You can check them out at capeassist.org. So we have this timeout on the field due to this injury.
Looks like he's sitting up now, so that's an encouraging sign.
Yeah, which would tell you that. Now, I don't know if he is sitting up, Dave. He's
not?
Oh, he is up. And it looks like they're going to pull him to his feet. The good news is, that took so long. You were worried about some kind of a head injury. Obviously, if he was able to sit up and then stand up, it's not his neck or head, but he is walking under his own power, which is good, to the sideline of Gloucester Catholic. So Lower leads at 34-7, 24 seconds to go before halftime. Caper Tigers just got possession here at their own 34, and my guess is that they'll just run a running play and get out of here for halftime.
The way Isaiah Wing is running the ball, though, I'd be surprised if he takes it to the house.
Yeah, you never know. So out of the huddle here is Lower Cape May. And they actually had to wait for the training staff of Lower Cape May to get onto the sideline. They were still running across the field. Ray is back to pass, and it looked like they had some kind of a hook and lateral set up. Ray threw it way too high for Archie Lawler. It's incomplete. Second down and 10, 21 seconds to go in the half now.
Honestly, I don't know if that's a play that I would try in this situation. Like you're saying, they have 1 or 2 games left, so why would you put something like that on film for another team to see? I would just like you said, run the ball, run out the clock, or
2nd and 10 here. And Ray takes the snap. It's an option, it looks like. He's going to keep it himself. Running toward the sideline and goes out of bounds. And the half that doesn't want to end will still continue. And Hunter Ray got about 6. They'll bring up 3rd and 4 with 13.8 seconds to go in the half. Ball at the Caper Tiger 40-yard line. 34-7, Lower Cape May leads it. Ray will go under center this time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run the ball now, I would think.
Hands it to Isaiah Wing. Cuts it back to the near side. Cuts it outside. Makes another man miss. And then he gets the first down and steps out of bounds. So we're going to have at least one more play with 3.4 seconds to go. Wing picked up 6.
He's demonstrated an incredible vision and elusiveness today. It just never seems to. It seems like he's always trying to find a little bit of daylight and then just takes advantage of it.
So barring a defensive penalty, this should be the final play of the half, or a touchdown. Should be the final play of the half. 1st and 10, Lower Cape May at their own 47. Shotgun formation here. Ray takes the snap, hands it to Braswell Thomas, who is still on his feet, cuts it back to the near side, and then runs out of bounds at the 42. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, but that will be the final play of the half. And it's been all Lower Cape May as they lead it 34-7. We'll take a 4-minute timeout, back with the halftime report on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Lower Cape May Regional, Brian Kniff with Dave Weinberg subbing for Buddy Tarbotten. Sam Cohen handling the live video stream on the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. Lower Cape May leading Gloucester Catholic 34-7 in this extra consolation game. It was only added this week. Gloucester Catholic is in the non-public B playoffs. They did not originally have a game this week, and Lower Cape May had a bye in one of the consolation invitationals this week. So the teams came together and put this and got this game scheduled. Stop by Geis's Market in Villas for the best deli meats and sandwiches. Geis's Market has been proudly serving Lower Township for the better part of the past century. Geis's is open daily, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go to Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes in Cape May Courthouse for a great sandwich and dessert. Be sure to remember their specialty cakes and wings. Let Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes make your taste buds happy. So Lower Cape May leads it 34-7, and they got off to a good start. Gloucester Catholic got the opening kick, fumbled on their second offensive play, and 5 plays later, Lower was in the end zone on a 6-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Ray to Archie Lawler. Lawler scored again just 14 seconds later, intercepting a pass and returning it 55 yards for a score. And then there was a 3-and-out by Gloucester Catholic, and Logan Haggerty, 3 plays later, ran it in from 28 yards out. And then there was another interception, this one by Braswell Thomas, a diving interception, right around midfield. A 32-yard run by Isaiah Wing helped set up his own 5-yard touchdown run. That made it 27-0. And a little bit later in the half, Gloucester Catholic scored on an 81-yard pass from Jack Mastaro to his brother RJ. And that made it 27-7. But Lower Cape May, they moved the ball down the field quickly. A 16-yard run by Isaiah Wing and a 13-yard catch by Archie Lawler set up Archie Lawler's 13-yard touchdown reception. And that's your halftime score at 34-7. And I know, Dave Weinberg, you mentioned at the top that, you know, you schedule a game just a couple of days before, and it's a long ride. And I think Gloucester Catholic got shell-shocked right in the beginning of the football game there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's tough for a team to do that. To, like I said, to come all that way and on short notice. You know, they've made a few plays later in the first half that kind of restored their confidence a little bit. But yeah, Lower, to their credit, they came out on fire and they jumped on them, and they stayed on top of them to this point. It's been their best game offensively and defensively to this point of the season, I would think. And as we mentioned earlier, it's great to see them getting Archie Lawler more involved in the offense. He's been, like you said, it's kind of, not almost say like a backseat, but just a secondary role to Braswell Thomas in his emergence, you know, this season. But I think Braswell just has like maybe 1 catch in the first half. So
yeah, he's got the 2 interceptions though.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And a couple of good running plays. But yeah, Archie Lawler has the 2 touchdown receptions as well as the interception return for a score.
Correct. And then Isaiah Wing, you can't say enough about him. I mean, officially, I have him, I think, for 106 yards on 10 carries. And he's been the workhorse for the offense to this point. Just really, and not just like the yards, but the way he's gaining them. Second efforts, creating daylight when there's really nothing there. It's just a pretty impressive effort by him.
So it's 34-7 Lower Cape May here at the half. We're going to take another 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with more right after this on 98.7 The Coast. sure. No, I honestly don't know. Oy. All right, back at Lower Cape May Regional High School, Brian Kniff with Dave Weinberg, Sam Cohen handling the live video stream on Coast Sports Today's Facebook page. 34-7, Lower Cape May leads Gloucester Catholic at the half, and we had said this was kind of measuring up as a quote-unquote stat game for Lower Cape May, and they've got some impressive ones at the half. They've run for 151 yards, and they've thrown for 63 more. So they have well over 200 yards of total offense. And Isaiah Wing, as David mentioned, 10 carries, 108 yards. And Logan Haggerty has 2 carries for 46. Hunter Ray is 6 for 12 through the air for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. Archie Lawler has 4 catches for 49 yards. 2 of those catches have gone for touchdowns. And Archie also has a 55-yard interception return for a score as well. So those are some of the highlights offensively. And then defensively, in addition to Lawler's interception for a touchdown, Braswell Thomas has 2 interceptions, one of which was an incredible diving interception after he had tipped the pass away from the intended receiver. And, Braswell Thomas, Dave, just a sophomore, and he came in here tonight with 27 catches for 410 yards and 4 touchdowns receiving. And then, of course, we're seeing the plays he can make on the defensive side as well.
Yeah, I mean, it really bodes well for Lower Cape May. They have they have 3 seniors, I guess, on their team.
Yeah, just a few seniors.
Have, pretty much the entire roster back next year, and
Archie Lawler will be a big loss.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
absolutely, no question about
Jacob
it.
Bay as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems like they do have a pretty solid group of underclassmen coming up that'll be able to maybe step into those roles a little bit. And that's really encouraging to see, because there was a time at Lower Cape May, as you well know, there were 3, 4, 5 years where they really struggled to compete. So to see them, in position to get, like you said, 7 wins for the first time since 2010, maybe a couple more. That really bodes well for the future of the program, I think.
Yeah, and that was a playoff year for Lower Cape May. And speaking of playoffs, they were very disappointed not to make the Group 2 playoffs. They thought when the seedings came out that they were in, and then some kind of a complex tiebreaker. I say all the time, if you can understand high school football PowerPoints in this for NASA.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I've been trying to follow it for years and can't figure it out. But Lower Cape May lost some kind of a tiebreaker and didn't make the playoffs. Now you can look at it two ways. They would have been a bottom seed, would have gone to a number 1 seed, probably would have had a tough
Point
time.
Pleasant Beach, I think, yes.
Yeah. So that, and then now you get this home game here, and they're going to get another one next week. A couple chances to win games. Speaking of playoffs, Middle Township will be in one tomorrow night. They will play at Raritan in the Group 2 playoffs, and that's a 7 o'clock start up at Raritan. So good luck to Middle Township tomorrow night, and they will be heavy underdogs in that game, but obviously that's why they play them.
It's still been a great season for Middle and Coach Frank Rigatano. They got off to a little bit of a slow start this season, but the way they fought back and
another young team.
Yeah,
mostly juniors and sophomores. So that you look at the 3 football teams down this way that we broadcast: Wildwood, Lower Cape May, and Middle Township. A good bulk of the major contributors for all 3 teams are underclassmen. So, each of these teams has an opportunity to perhaps improve on what they've done this season. We mentioned Wildwood, first 3-win season since I think 2012 or 2013.
Right.
Lower Cape May's on their way to their first 7-win season since 2010, and Middle Township a playoff qualifier. And, last week had they beaten Pleasantville, they would have shared a division title. So you go to your last regular season game competing for a division pretty good season. So, and things are looking up as all 3 teams are on the young side.
And it's great to see, especially in Wildwood's case. I mean, they've been struggling for so long, and it seems like they have more numbers than they've had in the past. A little bit of size to them.
Second half underway as the ball is kicked. It's an onside kick, and it's recovered by Lower Cape May. And nice play by the up man. Lower will take over at their own 47.
As you mentioned earlier, it would be a nice thing for them to maybe put a score or 2 on the board, and then give some of the underclassmen, or the guys who are backups or JV players, give them a little more playing time here if they can.
Empty backfield here. Oh, excuse me. There is a running back to Hunter Ray's left. Didn't see him initially. It's Isaiah Wing. He takes the handoff, goes right through the middle of the Gloucester Catholic defense, still on his feet inside the 40 and taken down at the 35. That is a gain of 17.
That's just a perfect example of what he's been doing all day, all game, just breaking tackles and moving the chains.
And a touchdown by Lower Cape May here on this possession would create the running clock situation.
That wouldn't be a terrible thing.
No, it would not. First and 10 for Lower at the Gloucester Catholic 35-yard line. Ray takes the snap, hands this time to Dennis Serra, and he picks up about 4.
Especially since I ignored Buddy's dress code edict and wore shorts again, and now I'm
Right.
freezing.
Yeah, you don't, yeah. No miner's hat, you know. No bad cologne. 34-7 lower leads early stages third quarter. Second down and 6 for the Tigers at Gloucester Catholic's 31-yard line. Ray in the shotgun. Back to pass.
He dropped it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to say that's incomplete. He was looking for Jackson Brown. Trying to be a receiver there, Dave, but he was just a pretender. Since, Buddy only knows the running on empty song. Third down and 6 for Lower Cape May at the 31-yard line of Gloucester Catholic. And Isaiah Wing back in at running back. Ray goes under center here. He's going to roll out to the left. He's going to throw deep to the end zone. It's intercepted. Intercepted at the 5-yard line. And Gloucester Catholic takes it out beyond the 20. And they'll take over there, 1st and 10.
Just trying to make something happen, I guess. Try to get that extra score and get the clock moving. But the receiver was very well covered there. It was a good play by Gloucester Catholic.
I mean, and I don't know if it was Thomas or Lawler, but the receiver was double covered.
Yeah,
I mean, not even close to being open.
Correct.
And the ball was about 5 yards underthrown. It's about the easiest interception a player could get there. So 1st and 10 for Gloucester Catholic here. Jack Mastaro takes the snap. It's a fumble. Golden has to just dive on the football deep in the backfield. Mastaro didn't handle the snap right.
Yeah, that was just.
And he tried to shovel it all in one motion, and it turned into a mess, and it's now 2nd and about 19 here.
Yeah, that was just a poorly executed play all the way around. I mean, just from the snap on down. Just nobody ever got a handle on the ball, I don't think, except the referee after he got the ball back to spot it.
So 2nd and 19 back at the 13. And let's see what Gloucester Catholic does here. Starrow takes the snap. He's back to pass. Looking, running, now throwing. And that's intercepted. Intercepted by, I believe, Mike Cronin. And he returns it inside the Lower Cape May 20-yard line. Inside the Gloucester Catholic 20-yard line, excuse me.
Yeah, that's a big momentum swing for Lower Cape May. Gloucester Catholic had a little bit of stuff going for him, but then Mike Cronin with the big pick there to put them deep in Gloucester Catholic territory again.
Yeah, it looked like Mastaro was going to run, and then I think he may have thought he had an open receiver, and he grossly underthrew it. And it was an easy pick for Cronin, who returned it about 15 yards down to the 19. Yep. So 1st and 10 for Lower Cape May at the Gloucester Catholic 19. They lead 34-7, 9:12 to go.
Was that
in the third quarter?
Fourth interception?
Fourth interception, yes, for Lower Cape May.
Fifth takeaway.
Here's a handoff to Isaiah Wing, bouncing it outside. Good stiff arm. Still on his feet at the 10, at the 5, and finally taken down at the 1. What a run by Isaiah Wing. We have behind the play a Gloucester Catholic player down. Isaiah Carr Wing takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. We have a timeout on the field. We'll be back after this 30-second break, 98.7 The Coast. Well, the good news from the Gloucester Catholic standpoint is that player looked like it was just a cramping issue. He got up under his own power and ran off. But Lower Cape May will have it first and goal at the 1 after that great run by Isaiah Wing. Ray will go up under center. Hands it off, and it is a touchdown by Dennis Serra from 1 yard out. And with 8:25 to go in the third quarter, it's 40-7 Lower Cape May. Serra will try the extra point as well after his own touchdown. Zach Castellano, the holder. Mike Cronin is the long snapper. Snap and a hold are good. And the kick by Serra is also good. 41-7 Lower, 8:25 to go third quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Dennis Serra's 1 yard touchdown run gives Lower Cape May the 41-7 lead here in the third quarter. Lucky Bones in Cape May proudly supports all of the athletes in Cape May County. Stop in Lucky Bones for great food with great friends. That's Lucky Bones at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit crestsavings.com.
You guys are mentioning all my favorite eating spots. I'm glad to see them supporting it.
Yes. And we, of course, appreciate their support. Without their support, we don't put these games on the air. So that's very, very important.
Very true, yep.
Line drive kick. It's the ground at the 15, but Gloucester Catholic's able to pick it up. Nice long return here. And we're going to have, I believe, either a face mask or a horse collar at the end of this play on the tackle. And that's going to give Gloucester Catholic the ball in Lower Cape May territory. The clock is moving, except for this penalty here. And but once they set the football, the clock will start, as it's a greater than 32-point lead for Lower here in the second half. They lead 41-7. That's going to move the ball into Lower territory at the 45. So I didn't get that indication whether it was a face mask or a horse collar. Either way, it's a 15-yard penalty. Clock is moving. We're inside 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Lower leads at 41-7. Jack Mastaro tosses. They're going to throw. Golden goes downfield, and it is caught by Mastaro, a halfback pass, gain of 13.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle there by Gloucester Catholic. I guess they're looking to maybe stop this running clock if they can.
You know, Gloucester Catholic, Dave, has an awfully awkward offensive formation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have their quarterback in the shotgun, and it's a deep shotgun at that. And then they have the running back lined up 3 or 4 yards behind him. Most teams, when you line up in the shotgun, the running back will stand right next to the quarterback. Yep. And, you know, so when they toss to the running back, he's got to run almost 10 yards just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's quite a distance behind the line as it is. Yep, that's true.
Back to pass is Jack Mastaro. Slant play. Got it to his brother, RJ. And it's a pickup of about 6 or 7. It's a gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. Gloucester Catholic now moving without a huddle with this running clock. 3 receivers split to the far side, near side, 1 to the far side. Jack Mastaro back, fires out. This ball's in the air a long time. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Lower Cape May, and running up the field across the 40, across the 30, inside the 20, jumps over a man at the 10, and then into the end zone for a touchdown is Braswell Thomas.
95 yards?
75-yard return, about an 80-yard return for the touchdown. That's his 3rd interception. And Lower Cape May now leads it 47-7.
He's caught more passes from Gloucester Catholic's quarterback than he has from Hunter Ray. I think,
Exactly. He's got 3 interceptions.
and 1 reception.
Yes. Dennis Serra on for the extra point. This has been all Lower Cape May from the start. Gloucester Catholic had 1 highlight on that 81-yard touchdown pass. But Lower Cape May has just really dominated this game. They have 5 interceptions in the game. Serra's kick is good. It's 48-7 Lower Cape May. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Back at Lower Cape May Regional High School, Stephen Steger Memorial Field. Brian Kniff with Dave Weinberg. It is 48-7, Lower Cape May leading, and we're under the guise of a running clock here. That was an 80-yard interception return by Braswell Thomas for a touchdown, and he really, Dave, a lot of times when you see that open space in front of you, you want to run as fast as possible.
Right, yeah.
And he did that across midfield, but then he actually waited for some of his teammates to get up there to block for him, and that really allowed him to get to the end zone there.
Yeah, that was great. He just took his time, like you said, let his blocking develop a little bit, and took it up the sideline for the score. Yep.
Line drive kick.
It was a nice hurdle over the last defender.
Yes. And running up the far sideline is Golden. A good return, gets it all the way inside the Lower Cape May 45-yard line. Three and a half to play in the third quarter. Clock is moving. We're under the running clock, as we said. Gloucester Catholic will have it 1st and 10 at the Lower Cape May 43. Lower Cape May, as we said, will play the winner of a game between Haddon Heights and Collingswood. They play Saturday. And Lower will play the winner of that game next Thursday here at home. And if they win that game, they'll get another game the following week. Here's a handoff. And it's a gain of about 2 for Jeff Wisdom, a junior. Actually, they're going to say Wisdom stepped out of bounds after a gain of only 1. And, I guess there's some thought that you want to play as long as possible. But, they add these consolation games. And, the state of New Jersey seems to be doing a good job of cutting the seasons of other sports.
Yeah.
And they're expanding football to about a 6-month season now. Mastaro back to pass. Throws it over the middle. This is intercepted. We do have a flag down. I believe this is going to be interference on Lower Cape May. And now we have another flag down on the return. Jackson Brown was the man on the interception. But I believe that there was a different defender engaged in.
Yeah, you're right.
With the receiver from Gloucester Catholic. I think the indication is that it might be a
defensive holding, I think.
Yeah. Let's see what we have here. Officials are discussing this. Frank Burbridge is the man in charge. It's a really good crew here. It is defensive pass interference, and then post-possession foul was on the Lower Cape May for the illegal block in the back. That won't matter. They'll mark off the pass interference. This will be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. And this will move the ball.
Yeah, as people undoubtedly know, it's not a
should be down to the 26.
Like it is in the NFL. I guess 15 yards, right?
Yes. Yeah, it actually behooves you if you're getting beaten on a long pass as a defender in high school to just commit the penalty.
Yep.
Jack Mastaro back to pass here, throws it out in the flat. Good tackle made out there by Zach Castellano after a gain of about 8. And that was Carlos Mendez on the reception. 15 seconds to go, third quarter. This will most likely be the final play of the quarter unless Gloucester Catholic scores. Mastaro back to pass, throws, incomplete. Throw it behind his intended receiver at the goal line. That will be the final play of the third quarter. Back after this 30-second break with the fourth quarter. High school football, 98.7 The Coast. All right, Brian Kniff with Dave Weinberg. Sam Cohen handling the live video stream on the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. It's all Lower Cape May. They lead 48-7 as we head to the fourth quarter. And we are playing under a running clock here. And Gloucester Catholic will have it first and 10 at the 15. Or excuse me, it'll be 3rd and 2 from the 15.
I know it's awfully difficult to look up such things, but I was curious if Broswell's 3 interceptions is a school record or a South Jersey record, and if they're, what are they, a 5 as a team?
Well, I doubt it would be a South Jersey record. It could be a school record, 3 interceptions in a game. Yeah, they have 5 as a team. That last one, had it stood, if not for the penalty, would have been 6.
Right.
So, yeah, Lower Cape May's been very, very good defensively here tonight. Other than that one 81-yard touchdown pass.
I mean, very few mistakes, though. I mean, they've pretty much dominated the whole way.
Jack Mastaro back to pass. He's going to fire it deep toward the corner of the end zone. Great catch by R.J. Mastaro, but he's out of the back of the end zone. And slow to get up as he fell on the cement that actually is part of the long jump runway behind the back of the end zone. And so now it's 4th and 2 from the 15. Clock is moving. As we're under this running clock with Lower leading 48-7. 11 minutes to go. Mastaro, low snap, and Lower Cape May is going to tackle the running back for a loss of 3 or 4. And Lower Cape May will take over on downs. So Lower has it.
Now I would think might be a good time to get some of the backups in, but maybe they want to try one more possession first. Looks like they do.
48-7, 10-20 to go in the football game. Clock is moving. Hunter Ray in the shotgun. Hands it off to Isaiah Wing. And Wing's had good vision all night, Dave, but he made a mistake there. He had blockers in front of him and cut it back to the left and ran right into two defenders.
Yeah, he did.
But he picked up still picked up about 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Would not expect Lower Cape May at this point to put the ball in the air. As they lead 48-7. Clock is moving. 9.5 to go. Ray taking his time, now takes the snap. Oh, he is going to throw. Rolls out to his right, fires across the field. It's caught by Thomas. For a gain of about 13. And a first down.
That was a nice grab by Braswell. So he hasn't been much of a part of the offense to this point. But had a tremendous
let's
season.
just say, Dave, that I think that play call may have gotten the attention of the Gloucester Catholic coaching staff. I mean, seriously, you're winning 48-7.
Yeah.
There's no reason to throw the football with your starters in the game. I don't.
Agreed.
I really don't understand that.
Agreed.
Here's a handoff. This is Dennis Serra.
Quite honestly, that should probably be Isaiah Wing's final carry. He should probably come on the sideline.
Well, that was Serra right there.
Right. I meant, I wouldn't give him the ball again. I would. Like I said, it's time for some of the younger kids to. It looks like they are
rotating some other players in there. Yeah, 2nd down
here
and 3.
Comes Isaiah to the sideline. Looks like he's going to finish with 13 carries for 145 yards, I believe, which is a tremendous night.
Second and 3 for Lower Cape May. 48-7, they lead it. Clock is moving. And it's a handoff. And Lower gets the first down.
Number 40. A.J. King, maybe?
Well, it was actually number 48, who is not on our roster. I don't know if he's on the extra one that we have off to the side. So we don't have to use that line from the movie. We don't know who number 48 is, but he just did a hell of a job there. Unfortunately, we don't have the name. He's not listed on the roster.
What are you doing?
Ray throws incomplete.
As you said, there's really no point in attempting that kind of play, I don't think. Like you said, just
well, I'm actually surprised that Lower Cape May has their starters in on offense. Let alone throwing the football a couple times on this possession.
I think it looks like Hunter might be the only one left now.
Here's Ray in the shotgun, hands it off. And That was Aiden McCarraher. It's good to see him back. He did get a couple of carries last week. If you follow Lower Cape May, he suffered a knee injury that at first, I guess a little over a month ago, that
Against Middle, I believe,
against
right?
Middle, yes, that looked devastating at the time. And the scans came back not nearly as bad as originally thought. And he returned to action last week, and now he just got a carry there. And he may get another one here. He does.
Yeah, as you and I mentioned before,